True. I did that with Game of Thrones. I bought like a beautiful like leather versions. Even though I never read Game of Thrones, I just really liked the show.
Dude, I really like the show too. Wait, do you like Daenerys Targaryen?
I love Daenerys. I named my dog Ghost.
Oh my god, I see. I understand now. Okay, it all makes sense. It's all coming together.
I know. I can talk about season 8 until I'll talk to my grandkids will know about this.
Fuck season 8.
I read fan fiction and like deleted season 8 from my mind, and I've read people who like wrote really good versions of it, and I'm like, that's what actually happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just wish George R.R. Martin would finish it.
Yeah, come on, George. Get to it,
George.
Gigi. Let's go. Come on, George. You can do it.
I know everyone is begging him to finish it, but like he's still 2 books away. I'm like, it's never coming, is it?
I know. I just need to know. I need to know.
I need to like I think the thing that's so crazy is like obviously we're D&D like really awful at like just telling the story. Yeah. Yes, I think so. But I do want to say that I remember hearing from multiple sources, official sources at the time, that they were advertising it as like George R.R. Martin told us how the story is going to end, so we're going to be doing our best to bring this to the screen. So I've had some people be like, oh, well, the books aren't going to end like that. And I'm like, that's the issue. They were going to end like that. The George R.R. Martin probably has seen all this reaction. Is like, I can't write this story anymore.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, I better change the ending.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's so sad, and actually, but
I saw a theory that D&D would change every time they saw a theory that was correct. They would change the ending so that because they didn't want anyone to know about it.
I don't think that's true, just because so many things that were being led up to happened. I know there were different versions of the script at the end, and I believe there are certain things that just weren't set in stone in the story that they probably did do that too. Like
That's
100
fair.
like I'm sorry, you can't convince me that Jaime Lannister would go back to Cersei at the end after all his character growth.
Well, also like there is that just that plot line alone, like Cersei Lannister saw that like in the very first season there was that she went to that like psychic and it was like and the
You'll
psychic
be killed
said,
by your little brother.
by your
Where
like
did that
there's a
go?
word for little brother that was used in the prophecy, and I was like, oh, little brother, probably Tyrion or Jaime, but everything else came true in that prophecy except for that. And I was like, you guys had that, and you had it was written in stone.
I just feel like they just did not care enough about the source material, because like I don't know, when I know in the books that like Catelyn Stark is still alive.
Yeah, Lady Stoneheart. Yeah, which is the coolest character.
Yeah, I'm so curious about it because I haven't read the books. I refuse to read them unless it gets finished, because it's so much effort. And if I don't get the cathartic release of like the final ending, no matter what it is, I'm not interested. I would genuinely, if they ever get like fully released, I will read the hell out of them because I loved the TV show.
Me too.
But
the story building. Yeah,
it's so good. I can imagine that the books are really fantastic, that they were able to create the first few seasons that was based on them, you know.
I agree. Oh my, I'm so glad we're talking about this. This is like my ultimate. I have very few friends that love Game of Thrones like I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I was just talking about it recently. I watched it with my parents, and it was so awkward. Season 1.
I also watched it with my mom and my stepdad, which was even worse.
No!
And and I was like,
Come here,
I was like, what's happening to that Daenerys girl? Oh no!
It was like, no.
Yeah, it was great. A 10 out of 10.
It's cursed.
Cursed
Experience.
Jaime Lannister, though, I in my head canon, he becomes head of the Night's Watch, so that he goes from the Oath Breaker to the Oath Taker. Because
in
that's
my
so
head,
easy.
He becomes Prince Charming in Shrek.
Yeah. You're not. I love that. He gets the dragon burns fire on him, and he gets isekai'd into Shrek.
Exactly. Look at him. They look the same.
They do. Well, season 1 and season 2, anyways. Then they do the thing that they always do to blonde men, where they're like, "We gotta give him a buzz cut now." I'm like, no.
He was such a dreamboat in those first 2 seasons.
Yes.
Dude, what is it with Sean Bean and always getting killed off?
Sean Bean.
Eddard Stark.
Oh,
Boromir
I know.
in Lord of the Rings.
I know. I remember watching season 1 and being like, I love this main character. I can't wait to see what he does in season 2. Like, I remember being like, this is the best main character. I love him.
I know. I mean, I liked the twist with that at the end, like of everything.
Yes.
But like, I just sat there and I was like, I really loved him as a main character too. So it absolutely blew my mind when I was like, wait, they just killed him off? What do you mean this is going to keep going? The show's going to keep going without him?
Oh, they had us. They had us. We were salivating in front of the TV. We were like, you give us more. We must know what's happening.
Yeah, at least Joffrey's death was like the best thing I ever watched.
Oh, I remember.
I feel so bad for that actor.
Yeah, I was about to say I feel so bad for him. Chad, if you don't know that actor, I forget his name, but it's the character it's the guy that plays Joffrey. Used to do like in-person events. They all used to do in-person events until the newer seasons, and then they had to stop doing cons and stuff because they would get such crazy fans that would get mad at the actual actors. But that actor in particular would get like death threats and people trying to attack him like IRL. Which is crazy.
Yeah, imagine thinking, Jack Gleason, imagine thinking that poor guy is the character. Like, he doesn't act anymore, and that makes me so sad because he was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was. I wonder I just wonder if maybe all of that kind of was like he took a back seat from acting, but he was.
I imagine it was just too much because fan interaction is like one of the most fun parts of being an actor, you know, like having people come up to you and being like, I loved what you did. So I imagine having your first big worldwide experience being one of the most widely hated fantasy characters I think ever. Honestly, people fucking hate Joffrey because he's awful.
But you hate Joffrey because he did such a great job portraying that character.
Exactly.
It's just sad that someone's so talented.
People like, God, I hope someday if he ever feels like it, he can come back, but hopefully he's doing something that makes him happier.
I hope so too. Damn, it's not easy. He was so young too. But it's not easy playing luckily I feel like I very, very rarely play the villain. Would like to play more. Listen here, industry. But I know
want to play
super
some villains too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, bad girls, let's go.
Ooh, blue girls gone bad.
Exactly.
Damn. Yeah. Separate fiction from reality. Indeed.
Very important.
Yeah. Damn. God, Game of Thrones. I gotta go rewatch it, but then like stop at season 5.
Same. Oh my God. I gotta be honest. I never liked Sansa.
Really?
Like, I just thought she was really annoying, and I was like, why are we still following this? Like, it just felt like it was Littlefinger's storyline mainly, and like, I don't know. I guess it just creeped me out because, you know, we watched these actors grow up, and especially when it got to like the Ramsay bits, I was like, that's too much for me.
Yeah.
You can't do that to Sansa. And then I found it doesn't happen in the book, and I was like, why did they do that?
Yeah, it's somebody else, and I think in the book it's somebody else posing as her. Yeah.
It's someone posing as Arya, actually.
Arya, yes, yeah, you're right. Oh my God. So true. It's so different. It's kind of crazy. I think that we were supposed to hate Sansa for a long time, but I
mean, she was written to be like this annoying, like have like this oversimplified view of everything, like, oh, I'll marry Joffrey and I'll be king so I can afford to be mean to everybody because I'm going to be queen someday.
I do like her as a foil to Cersei, though. I think she's a good foil.
Oh yeah. But that's also why I feel like literally anyone should have killed Cersei.
So true.
Anyone.
It's so true. There's several times where I'm like, take her out right now.
Yeah, like I honestly did think it was going to be Jaime when he went back. Even I was like, maybe this is a prophecy. Maybe he realized that like that's his last thing he's meant to do is to like get her, so he can't stay because he has, you know, that one last thing. But then instead he hugged her and they died together, and I was like, what?
Yeah. I also love that
doesn't make any sense
that they left that for the season finale and not the White Walker. I was like, wait, it should be the take her out first and then with the armies combined.
Like, Cersei is a great, I also hate that what they did to her actor, the fact that she's so phenomenal and they just left her sitting in the Red Keep, like just drinking wine, and like that was her whole character for like the last like 2-3 seasons. I was like, are you kidding me?
100%, 100%. I thought the same thing. I was like, we could have some phenomenal monologues here, but no.
When they killed Miss Sandy, I was like, that was actually so dirty. I can't believe you'd fucking do that. That was the biggest crime you could ever do to in this fucking show, because she was just the one of the few characters at that point that I still like. I love Daenerys, but Miss Sandy is like pretty close. Like, she's just amazing. Like, the fact that none of the Stark kids that were important died also is just, are you kidding me?
I know, the plot armor,
it's like Bran becomes the three-eyed raven and king, and Sansa becomes queen of the north.
He has the most what did they say? They were like, and who has a better story than Bran? I was like, literally anybody. They said. Literally Littlefinger has a better, like, what do you mean?
Right, the whole time I was like, every time Bran had a story beat, I was like, God, can we get this over with? Why are we still focusing on this? Like, can we get back to like Jon? Literally anything.
Oh man, I'll never stop talking about this. I like there's some rants where like you're like, go that out of my system. This one I'll never be done with it, because
same. Every time I think about it, I'm just like, oh my God. And the fact that they did Tyrion dirty like that too at the end, and they're like, you'll be written out of all the history books. I was like, no, like, this is the worst ending ever, especially since Bran's king and can just be like, I'm not gonna let that happen to you. Like, the fact that he just was like, I have no empathy towards anyone, that's why I'm the perfect king, haha. I was like, I'm gonna kill you myself, Bran.
Damn. I hope they do an animated version of Game of Thrones.
Dude, honestly, like, wait till the books are finished, if they ever get finished. Please, George R.R. Martin.
You wait for the exactly that. They'd never be able to do live action again, just because the
I don't think so. The actors are too iconic.
And too much time has passed now. A lot of those kid characters are grown up. But I think like a Castlevania style game of, like, with the dragons and stuff. That'd be so sick.
That would be so, fuck yeah. Oh, and like more faithful to the like actual book too. Like,
exactly. Like,
give me the fantasy stuff, because then, you know, I mean, half of the cost for everything was animating not even just the dragons but the dire wolves. So I'm like,
so true.
Look, if you just hand animated all of that, suddenly
give it to us, it'd be so good. But like, they're just super like ruthless and like bloody. Like, I feel like that would be so good.
I would die. Oh my God, what if they made an anime of Game of Thrones, and while waiting for the books this whole time, it, instead of just like, if they did what Naruto did and just made filler.
What would the filler be? Like,
I don't know.
Like, oh no, Jon Snow has lost his shoe. We have to go on an adventure to find Jon's shoe. Like,
that would be great though, because like, what, has it been like more than 11 years or something since the last book came out?
They just keep doing filler. They're like, oh no,
tournament arc. Oh my God.
Oh no, a beach episode with
oh my God,
Daenerys.
Somehow Daenerys, Cersei, and all of them are together and on the same beach.
Oh, the dragons are just like in the sea, like, and they're like, it's like a shark meat. It's like a
Jesus Christ.
God, hot girl summer Jon Snow.
Oh my God, seeing them all like cooking together, things that they find on the beach.
Yeah, they're like playing volleyball and shit.
Hot Spring episode 2.
Slumber party in the Red Keep.
Like, how did all these characters get here? Isn't Daenerys still across the sea? Don't worry about that right now.
Don't worry, there's a magic mirror now. We can all teleport.
Don't worry, it gets broken when the plot picks back up. We're just waiting for the next book.
Oh, the onsen episode. Yeah, the dragons are just like heating up the water.
Oh my God. Wait, I need it now.
Yeah, they should hire us, honestly.
Japan, please. One wish, please.
Oh my God. Someone said, one of my mods said, I mean, they teleported anyway at the end. That is so true.
Yeah, that I wrote, because so much of the earlier show was like traveling from one place to another, and then suddenly they were just here.
Like, we're just here.
Like, How?
So true. Guys, it was the they had to make the filler episodes make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag hire the blue bitches. We got this.
Yeah, we've got all the story. We've got the ideas.
Oh, man, I'd pay for it. Game of Thrones with Baywatch. I want fan art,
dude. I mean, so many of the characters are just so hot from Game of Thrones. Like, I love the different like color blocking they do to each characters to keep them like, or like clans, I guess, to keep them individual. Like Targaryens, they always look like this, so you know when you're looking at a Targaryen. The Starks even have such a distinct look, even in like clothing and stuff. And even same with the Lannisters, they've always got that golden hair, green-eyed looking ass bitches, you know, that you're like, oh yeah, that's a fucking Lannister, fuck them, you know.
And like the desert country, I forget what it's called. They like, yeah, the whoever. There was a book that I'd love to buy for my coffee table, and it's like the costume design details. I really want to buy it. It's so gorgeous.
Oh, right. I would kill for some of those dresses, honestly.
There's a breakdown video of like Daenerys's outfits of how like in the like when she's in like Astapor and stuff, it's very flowy, feminine, and then like as it gets later in the series, it becomes very like combat. Yeah, it's so cool. I love
when they go over her braids.
Yes,
because of the Dothraki.
Yeah, and I see people get mad about there's the spin-off series, the prequel show is going on right now. People are
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, people are getting mad because like Valyrians also had braids, but Dothraki and Valyrian actually come from the same, like they come from like the same place apparently. So like the two cultures actually both have braids, so they just mean different things. And so I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a cool conversation.
They just, God, the thought just put into all those details, just, God, it's over for me.
I once tried to learn High Valyrian on Duolingo.
They have that.
I wanted to learn Dothraki because I was in a D&D campaign at the time, and I was like, wouldn't it be so badass if I just like learned Dothraki and like just hit the DM with that one day out of the blue? But so I looked it up on Duolingo. They did not have Dothraki, but they had High Valyrian.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I forget? I don't think George R.R. Martin actually wrote any of the languages, right? Weren't they created for the show?
I think they were created for the show. I think, I believe so. It's kind of a really cool interview.
He couldn't do like Tolkien didn't write his own languages. I'm just joking.
I think there's like parts of it in the book, but they had to fully flesh it out for the movie or for the show. Yeah. So cool. So instead, are we having High Valyrian classes? Welcome students to High Valyrian 101.
We're now teaching. I really want to learn Elvish, Tolkien's Elvish.
Ooh, I think that's on Duolingo too.
It better be.
I love when like fake languages are fleshed out enough to actually be spoken.
I know. I love when they're like they become real and you're like, oh
yeah. Like,
great.
I can learn this. Whoa, shit. Just hit me with that. Oh my God. You got to riz us in Elvish.
Like, wow.
You just hit someone with the I shit my pants pickup line, but it's in Elvish. They'll never know. They'll be like, wow, my God, that sounded so sexy. And you're like, yeah, I said I shit my pants.
What a way to just turn it around on them. They're like, that was so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. I just can't. Yeah, I shit my pants is what I said.
You're like, I called you a little bitch.
Jesus.
That would be crazy. Oh, man.
Wow. I'm so glad we agree on so many things that when it comes to Game of Thrones.
Me too.
That makes me so happy. Because I also have a hard time meeting people who have watched Game of Thrones or like Game of Thrones. Like either they dropped it too early and were like, oh, I was just never that interested in it. Which is fine. You know, that's valid.
No, me too. Or they just don't care anymore. And I'm like, how could you not? I will die on this hill. Like,
like I still can't stop thinking about every time I think about it, I get so mad. Because I dedicated so much of my life to like being excited for that show.
Me too.
I think it's why I can't get into like the new one. Like it's not that I don't like it. I watched it, but I was just it was kind of like, meh. It was good, but I was like, yeah. You know, and I think it's because of the fact that it's like, well, it is really good. Like, I'm going to be waiting forever. And do I really want to get that dedicated and like excited about a show again when I was let down so badly by Game of Thrones at the end?
Yeah. Well, when I watched, because I watched House of the Dragon, and that first episode, they bring out that goddamn dagger and they talk about the prophecy. I'm like, oh, the prophecy that you threw out the window in the preview, you're gonna bring that back into this house? Don't you dare! Like, you mean the prophecy that leads up to be nothing? Like, we're gonna put all the stakes on that?
Well, I am glad, though. I saw someone point this out too, that it's actually at least going to be finished in George R.R. Martin's vision.
Ooh,
because he already finished writing it. So at least there's that.
Dragon. Okay, incredible. Oh yeah. I mean, I read Fire and Blood. Is that the book? Yeah. Unfortunately, it reads like a textbook. I'm not sure if you read it.
Oh no, I didn't read it, but I just watch TV shows, so it's fine.
It's why the TV show skips around so much, and it's like there's those giant time jumps, because the book is like, Aegon Targaryen, born this. His dragon was Sunfire with blue scales and white hole. Like that's the I know. And his son, it's a little textbooky.
Yeah.
I know. I was reading it and I was like, where's the smut? Where's the anything? Give me salt and pepper. Like, I'll take that as spice.
The TV show has some sex. I don't know. Kristen Cole, I have like the biggest crush on him in the TV show. He is such a pretty boy.
He's very pretty. I do like Matt Damon as
the first time I looked at him, I was like, oh.
yeah.
Oh,
he grew on me.
Actor. He grew on me too. But the first time I saw him, I was like, isn't he the doctor?
Yes, yeah.
And for that reason, I just can't take him seriously 100%. Because like, I'm like, he doesn't, like, all of the other characters, I feel like I can dispel my disbelief and be like, yeah, that's what they look like. Yeah, that's just what they look like. But him, because he looks so much still like the doctor, all I see is the doctor, and I'm like, you don't belong here.
It takes you out of it. I feel that's what I loved about the original Game of Thrones, because like they were pretty much like unknown actors. So you weren't like thrown out of it. I have to really focus that it's not Matt Damon. Or sorry, not Matt Damon, Matt Smith. I'm combining multiple. Sorry, Matt Smith. Sorry.
His name is Damon in the show, guys. We all know what you meant.
Sorry. Be boo boo bop, one brain cell. Sorry, Matt.
We're sharing a brain cell. I came in here and then I took your one brain cell and we're splitting it now.
I always say that me and my collab mates, we you know the fates from Hercules, how they pass that eye around.
Yeah,
it's the brain cell.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me, it's my turn with the brain cell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid. Mood.
All VTubers are the same.
Yeah. The brain cells just disintegrate. We start talking. We're like, ooh.
I know. God, Game of Thrones though. I want a spin-off series. I'm getting greedy now. I want a spin-off series with the Conqueror, with Aegon the Conqueror.
I want a spin-off series with Jon Snow, like they said they were going to make. I want them to revive that.
So they canceled it, and I think what happened is Emilia Clarke said no, and they were like, because they canceled it, and the reason they canceled it is they said that they couldn't find. They couldn't write a plot interesting enough with Jon Snow.
But I mean, would Emilia Clarke have even needed to be there, because Daenerys is dead?
Well, there's a fan theory. So at the end of season 8, Drogon picks up her body and flies away.
And I've seen the theory that she's going to get revived somehow.
Yeah, just like Jon did. Because he could fly.
I mean,
away I wish too.
My girl deserves that.
Wherever the Red Priestess is from.
Yeah, but she was kind of, I don't know.
Not her, but wherever she's from. Because
yeah.
I love. Okay. I'm gonna nerd out real fast. There are some TikToks of like Game of Thrones creators who like they like make content of the different countries and kingdoms and worlds within.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and they like talk about things that are talked about in the books but never mentioned in the series, and it's so cool. Yeah, it's just so awesome because they talk about wherever the Red Priestess is from. There's like lore about that part of the world, that there are dragons, like in the wasteland or whatever. I don't know. The world is so cool. And I want more of it.
It is. God, same. I mean, I just want the book to be finished so I can read it and then
Me
actually
too.
delve in. Because again, like, I mean, my dad was reading Game of Thrones as it came out, you know, and he even said to me, he was like, I will not finish this shit until he finishes the books, because what is the point?
Right.
He was so mad about it.
It's like starting an early access game where like the devs like dropped off and haven't updated in like 6 years. It's like, what's the point of starting?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, ugh, why bother? Because like, you don't know if there's ever going to be like a proper ending, and like I want one, because I need to know what happens to Marjorie in the books. Like, I can't.
Me, I love Marjorie.
Same. I couldn't believe when they did what they did to her. Like, I'm like, this better not fucking happen in the books. Like,
It was so
my girl,
dirty.
I know she would find a way to live. I know that the actor was asking to be written off for like seasons.
Oh,
but I'm like, yeah, she kept being like, can you write me off the show? I really want to film other stuff. But I love her though, by the way.
Her too, yeah.
But she kept being like, please write me off.
For like years and years and years that she's under contract. Yeah.
But I'm like, please, no, Natalie Dormer. You're my other writer now.
She's one of my favorite actors. I love her.
Right. She's so beautiful.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. I love her in The Tudors as well.
Yeah. As Anne.
Yeah, she's so good. She's so good. She's also just gorgeous.
Yeah, oh my god.
Pretty lady.
Her. Beautiful woman. Look at you.
Love women. But yeah, exactly. I know what happens. God damn it. I forget about this and then I'm reminded constantly. There's some great fan fiction though.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I'm just hoping if I keep talking about it that he'll finish it.
Yeah. I wish I could like be his mailman and like,
right,
or like his gardener or something, and then like subconsciously like just you know, like leave little notes and things, and like so that should be like, yeah, you know, I don't know, but like I want to know if he's working on it. You get to work, get in there, George.
Well, last time he talked about it, I think he said that it's a monster of a book. It's going to be like 1,500 pages or something, and he has like 500 pages left. So, but that was like a year ago.
Come on.
And then like he said, I haven't really made any progress because, you know, I'm having a hard time with it. But I'm like, please, George, please.
Oh my god. Listen, Sarah J. Maas can shit out 5 smut books in the time that it takes you to write 1,500 pages.
Well, I mean,
that long. Yeah, it's not even that long. I've read like 2,000 pages of books.
Perfectionist, you know, like he's a mega perfectionist.
He has that many. I get it. He has that many storylines going on. I wouldn't even be able to keep it.
Yeah,
together.
no, I wouldn't either. And like, it's crazy to me, but like, I'm also like, it's been too long.
Yeah, it's like, been like 10 years.
It's at the point where, yeah, it's been like 10 or 11 years, and it's like I remember when he was having, I think, a conversation with what's his name? Oh no, who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
Who wrote it? The clown story.
Oh, chat. Who?
Stephen King. Stephen King. He was having an interview with Stephen King, and I don't remember the exact quote, mind you, but he said something like, do you ever have that problem where you go back and you just keep rewriting a paragraph because it's not perfect, so you just have to keep going back and rewrite it, and then like you realize you've been working on that one paragraph all day and then you never get anything done? Or it was like something along the lines of that. Again, not an exact quote, but like, and Stephen King was like, no.
No.
And he was like, writing's my job, so I wake up and I write, and then I have other things I do in my free time, but like at the end of the day, I don't worry about making everything absolutely perfect.
Stephen King hit him with sounds like a skill issue, dude.
Yeah, no, literally. But I understand on one hand being a perfectionist about what you're writing, so like I can't complain that he wants to be a perfectionist, but I'm like, I guarantee you just need to release what you have, like at this point, like finish it and just like put it out, because what's wrong with it that you're having this much trouble with it? I think he needs to kill off some characters.
Damn. Yeah, Clash of Kings was 1998. Dance with Dragons was 2011, and Fire and Blood was 2018.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So let's see, 1998 to 2011. How many years is that? Chat?
We can't math.
Do math for me. 1998 to 2011. How many years is that? 9. 2011 to 2008. That's 7 years. So 2018, what year, 7 years from 2018 gives us what, chat?
13.
What?
I don't know.
7 years from 2018, 2025. So we could get a book next year.
No, but we still have one more book after that. When are we gonna get it?
In 7 more years.
Oh my God.
It looks like it takes them like 7. Okay, it takes them 7 to 14 years. Someone said 7 to 13 years for each book.
My hope is that he's secretly writing both books. I know there's no way, but my hope is that he's secretly writing the second to last and last book now.
Yeah.
And that he's just going to drop them at the same time.
I don't know. He's 75. I'm a little...
I know. That's why I'm worried too. I'm like, George, please finish your masterpiece.
Please. Yeah, please. Oh my God. What a problem to have, though, that you write such an incredible story and world that your fan base is like begging on their knees for you to finish.
Yeah. I mean, I think because the show ended so bad, especially because I mean the book had its following, but I don't think it was ever like big, you know.
Yeah,
but then they adapted it.
Yeah.
And it suddenly blew up. Everyone wanted it. Everyone wanted to know what happened. Everyone who read the books, you know, it was that, I mean, similar to like any book series that gets adapted, you have the book fans who are like so excited to know all the lore and like compare differences and like all that stuff. That's just really fantastic. But like, I can see, because if you watch old interviews with him, he's like, you can't change things because the audience was right. You know, like when they have factors like in a story that like you're dropping hints of, you can't change it just because fans find out about it or like don't like it or something or think it was too simple. Because like that's just annoying, you know.
Yeah, let people discover it. It's kind of the fun of reading books, is trying to figure out where it's gonna go.
Yeah, but then the fact that I get the expectations because the show was so big, but the fact that he's still letting them make Game of Thrones stuff, but of different things that he is actively writing on the side, but won't finish the main book series that, like, in my opinion, like the people really want to read, because that's what I want. Like House of the Dragon's cool, but like I don't care. Like, I'll watch the TV show, but I'm like, when did you have time to write these books when you apparently haven't been able to finish?
So true.
Like, huh?
I do like how House of the Dragon starts. Like, at the very first frame is 200 years before Daenerys Targaryen. It gives me hope to think that the end game will be her, because why start that with her?
I think, honestly, it's just to get fans who are interested in the original show interested in it, because it makes us think about something familiar. Because you even hear the actors talk about it and they're like,
yeah, I guess
I don't know. I can't watch it because it feels like a different world. It's not that they don't like it, but they're just like not interested in getting into it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
That's true.
So,
but I like to think that she's endgame, and that's my one
I would like
case in
that
point.
too. I actually fully agree, because for me, I still think she's endgame. Like, I don't care how the show ended. I think she should be queen. That's my problematic opinion.
So too. I think so too. I'll die on this hill.
Daenerys should be queen. I think it was so funny because I remember when I was watching the last season, Daenerys, when they were standing over before she went crazy and blew up the town, I remember saying, she's my ride or die no matter what she does.
Same.
And then what happened, and my mom looked over at me and she's like, still? And I was like, yeah, with tears coming out of my eyes.
Do what you gotta do, bestie. You burn that city down.
I was like, go ahead, yes, queen. As I'm like crying, I'm like, Daenerys, why are you doing
I know. He better finish the story and make her queen so that all those people that were named
hope
after
so.
her can live on with a piece of dignity.
Right. Oh my God. Imagine being named. Oh my God. I can't imagine being named Khaleesi or Daenerys.
There were so many babies named after her.
So many. And then just imagine, oh my God, the ending is just her. I mean, Daenerys is such a cool name. Like, I can't even blame people from hearing that and being like, this is so unique. And I mean, not for the time period.
Right.
But
right. No, I love it too.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till I grow up and like I meet somebody like I'm just like getting coffee and like the person behind me, I'm like, oh, we also start talking and I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't get your name, and they go, my name's Daenerys, and they're like 20 years old. Like, I can't wait for that.
I mean, hey, it might happen before the last book is done.
Damn.
I mean, think about it, because like what, it's been 11 years since, or how many, like 13 years since the last book or something, whatever they were saying, that was crazy. It's been a lot of years since the last book.
How long?
Which means people who were named in the first year of the show, because I think one of the books came out while the show was running. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. So I think some of the earliest Khaleesi and Daenerys named people are probably like 10 or 11 right now.
Wait, so the first Game of Thrones came out, oh my God, it's been like 13 years and 4 months since the first season. There are 13-year-olds walking around named Khaleesi. Someone in my chat said, I literally teach children named Khaleesi.
They weren't kidding.
Sorry, I'm hello, it's me, Grandma Lee. I feel the wrinkles forming on my body. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Anyways, cheers to being old, Narissa.
Yeah, cheers to being old, ladies. That's what we get.
Laughs and old. Oh, it hurts. Oh, damn.
I'm happy I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Seriously, no one ever wants to talk about Game of Thrones with me.
Oh, you hit me up. You let me know. If it pops up in your brain, you're like, oh yeah, this person's side story. I'll chat with you.
You too. If you see any dumb Game of Thrones shit, like, send it to me.
Will do. I can send you some good fan fiction to hold you over.
Please.
I got you. I'm an AO3 girly. I know what's up.
Yeah. Let's go.